There was this highly educated professor, and one day he wanted to learn about Zen. So he went to visit this Zen master. And when he met this Zen master, he said, let me share with you everything I know about Zen. And he started talking about his philosophies and what he knows. And he kept on talking and talking. And the Zen master said, well, would you like some tea? The professor said, sure, give me some tea. And the Zen master started pouring tea to his cup. It keeps on pouring and pouring until it's full, and he still keeps pouring the tea. And the professor looked at that overflowing cup and said, oh, no, stop. It's full. No more could go in. The Zen master looked at the professor and said, how could I show you Zen unless you first empty your cup? So how could I show you my Zen of business unless you first empty your cup?
The king of high ticket sales, world's highest paid consultant, media celebrity, multi-millionaire entrepreneur, acclaimed TEDx speaker, international best-selling author, Dan Lok.
Put up your hand if this is the first time you're joining us tonight. Okay, and how many of you are here because you are referred or recommended by somebody that you know? Okay, our group, I started running this group about 2 years ago in 2014, and since then we grew to almost now 1,700 members with basically zero advertising. It's all through word of mouth, other people recommending other people, and they come to the group. And interestingly enough, most people out of all these other business networking groups that you could go to, most people, although we grew so fast, most entrepreneurs actually don't like me or don't like my message that much. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because it's the fucking truth. And it hurts. Because business is like a mirror. It's much easier for them to blame somebody else for their problems. And when I say to them and say, you know what, if your business sucks, it's because it's a business person, you suck. If you're not making enough sales, it's because it's a salesperson, you suck. If you can't find good people, probably because you're a lousy manager. And that hurts. Just like the Tom Cruise movie, Jack Nicholson said, you want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Most entrepreneurs cannot handle the truth. They much prefer to buy into the half lies and mistruth and half truth. It's an easier pill to swallow than look in the mirror and say, you know what, I fucked up. Maybe I don't know everything. Maybe, if you've been in business for more than 5 years and you're not at least taking home, let's say, 6-figure, maybe there's something you don't know. Maybe your cup is overflowing because you cannot argue with results. And I believe our group attracts, among all these other groups, attract the highest caliber of people simply because the culture that we've created. And I think in a moment, when you meet some of them, you'll see it's quite different of the way that we run the group and the culture within the group of what we do. So I'm the merchant of truth. And sometimes it hurts, and you can cafeteria this, and if you like what you hear, take it home, use it, do very well, implement the strategies. And for some of you, you may not come back, and that's very normal. I have a member with us since the beginning in 2014. I won't name his name, but it's a gentleman, and he's been probably coming to each meeting that we have for a long time. And he runs an internet business, and he, the other day, just a few months ago, he was asking me for advice, and all his friends was telling him, well, you know what, just keep it up, just, be persistent, hang in there, think positive, right? Maybe visualize a bit, and think positive, and it'll be fine. And when he asked me, well, Dan, what do you think? Well, I said, well, you put in about a few $100,000 of your own money. You've raised a few $1 million from investors, from family and friends, and you've been doing this for a number of years. You put in millions of dollars, you're making less than 10K in revenue per month. What do I think? I think you should turn the fucking key. I said, shut down the business, do something else. Just walk away. Cut your losses. Now, how many can see that hurt? That hurts. Okay, that hurts. Not something that he wants to hear. He knows that's what I'm going to say. And he told me, you know what, it hurts as hell, but he said, out of everyone I know, you're the only one that tells me to do that. I'm the only one. Because I don't have an agenda. I don't need anything from him. I'm just giving him my honest advice. So, depends if you can handle the truth or not. Today, I'm going to give you a lot of truth. And some of them is going to hurt. But sometimes, I always say the truth might piss you off, but at the same time, it would free you up as well. I want to take a moment and acknowledge you. Maybe you've been following my work for some time now, and you've been watching my videos for a period of time. I want to hear from you, how my work has impacted your life and your business. I want you to comment below and share with me your story. That's what gives me motivation, and that's what gives me the drive to create more and inspire more. And if your comment is very good, my team will pin it to the top. I do read every single one of your comments. I might not have time to reply to all of them, but I do read every single one of them. I look forward to reading your story.